So what's going on, guys? GeneralGerbil here, and very early this morning, late last night, it's currently 2:30 a.m. I'm in the UK, so 2:30 a.m. in the morning on Friday the 9th of February, and we have the hype train leaving the station for Black Ops 4. We have our first announcement from Treyarch themselves, not of a game, but it's tweeted and it's to do with the next game that they're going to be releasing, and it's all over their Twitter because they had their announcement conference yesterday that a lot of people tuned into and a lot of people watched. They did speak a bit about zombies and a bit about the next game, but we'll get into that soon. But yeah, they've released something on their Twitter which is to do with the next game, and it's literally set the hype train for everybody. So the thing that Treyarch tweeted was them simply saying, you know, we're looking forward to the year ahead, we can't wait to share more. They didn't share any more, they didn't put a picture or a GIF like they normally do, something to do with the DLC or something like that. When they do that, they put a little GIF from the trailer or something. It was literally just that. It's already got 4,000 retweets and 18,000 likes. That's been a while since I opened it, so it's probably gone up since then, but that's the first official acknowledgement of them saying, we've got a good game coming up for you, and we can't wait to set it out to the public. And then of course we had the Activision conference call in which they laid a pretty big focus on Zombie Chronicles and the success of it. It was actually the #1 selling DLC in the entirety of North America, and that is given the fact that Black Ops 3 came out 2 years before Zombie Chronicles released. They put a big emphasis on the fact that it did so well, and they were saying this proves that if we give good content to the fans, that, you know, it's going to sell, we're going to do well with it, which means could open the passageway for Zombies Chronicles 2, things like Call of the Dead and things like that that got missed out, even Nuketown. But also in with that, they said that they have franchises that they can branch off with that they know fans love, so like Modern Warfare and things like that, like franchises within their franchises. But while they were talking about that, they acknowledged that Treyarch is like their prestige game developer. Like when Treyarch game comes out, they know that that game will always do well because they make the best games that fans love. It resonates with the fans, and the game modes that they have for it, they just know it's going to do well. They put a really big focus on that, and at the end they said that they've got some stuff in the pipeline that they are really looking forward to sharing with us, but obviously in the conference call they couldn't say anything to do with it, which is fair enough. They seemed really excited to get going with the whole Black Ops 4 thing, if it's going to be Black Ops 4 or whatever it's going to be. They seemed really excited to get started with that, and I really can't wait to see what they've got lined up for us. Now, the one thing I am most looking forward to in Black Ops 4 is actually finding out about Revelations, because as you know, the Revelations ending pretty much missed everybody. Everybody thought it was terrible. No one said, oh, that was a really good ending. That tied up every loose end that we were looking at. Everyone was like, what the fuck was that about? But if you remember rightly, when Origins, when that cutscene came out, everybody did the exact same thing. Everyone was like, what the fuck, it's a game, it's all just a game in their heads, you know, none of it's real, none of it's true, it's all just make-believe, and everyone was really mad about it. And then obviously Black Ops 3 comes out and we find out that it's not just a game, it was just them preparing for when they came to the house where they were all putting all their souls and everything like that. But that's what I'm most looking forward to in Black Ops 4, the fact that Revelations will hopefully be explained if it is the original 4, because there is of course the opportunity that it's not the original 4, because they obviously had their storyline finished in Black Ops 3, so it could be people like the transit crew or anyone like that. Another thing I'm really looking forward to is the theories on the maps, the Easter egg hunts, and the Mob of the Dead remaster. I'm going to say it now, I'm going to call it Mob of the Dead remastered, not necessarily on disc, but it's going to be in there somewhere. The Easter egg hunts and theories are like what I love about the zombie storyline. It's not only a in-depth lore, it's something that I can really get my teeth into, and something that is fun just to go out and do with your friends, or fun to read up all the little theories that people have been making. And obviously we haven't had such a strong community with Infinite Warfare zombies, and for the most part, even for World War II zombies, you know, that lore was very blasted in your face. There was a whole website before the game even came out, and then there's a lot to do with it in the game, whereas I think Treyarch do it a bit better because they give you a lot in the game and a lot on websites and things like that, but they also leave out what's necessary to let you drop your little bits of tidbits here and there in, which I think is really fun. And Easter egg hunts, the big Easter eggs, they are obviously the best thing. Hopefully not too complex Easter egg like Revelations again, but close enough that we can struggle with them for a little while and not take ages to get one step like we did in Revelations. But as you know, if you've gone back on my channel, I do a lot of discussion videos about Black Ops zombies and the zombie storyline in general, things like that. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what goes on with that and how they're going to improve upon the Easter eggs and the theories that people are putting in, and also what theories they're taking from the community, putting into the games, because they do that quite often as well. And finally, I do fully expect a Zombies Chronicles 2. I know a lot of people are saying it's not going to happen, but I can't see it not happening. If Zombies Chronicles was the #1 selling DLC in North America 2 years after the game's launched, there's no reason why they won't capitalize on it. I mean, there's so many maps that we still have to get remastered. They may be smaller maps like Die Rise and things like that that people don't necessarily like, but people still want them. When Zombies Chronicles came out, there were still people mocking up images of, you know, Zombies Chronicles 2. When can we get this one? When can we get this map? And honestly, they could change it completely, like how they put the Gobblegums and the original 4 into like place like Natural Untold. I know that they did that with Black Ops 1 when that DLC came out, the 4th one, but they could do things like Call of the Dead, but not with the cast. You know, they could have the original 4, they could have the transit crew. As long as they can make it fit in the storyline, it should be fine. I don't see why they can't do that. Obviously, they have other things to get around, like licensing with people like George Romero and things like that. This is just me going off Call of the Dead, by the way. I fully intend that they're going to make Nuketown, Die Rise. To be honest, I would even go as far as say a Transit remake. I know it's going to be controversial, but Transit, it was a map that was trying to push boundaries, and I think the tech that they had at the time was still, I believe it was still previous gen, it was like 360 and PS3, so I think they were doing a bit too much, and that's why there was so much fog, so much empty space. If you take the fog away, it's a really low res map, you know, there's not a lot to it, but with the generation we have now where it's more processing power and everything like that, I reckon they could actually take Transit and turn it into what they wanted it to be at the initial release, and they could make it a fantastic map. I know I quite enjoyed Transit, not the running bit and not the Easter egg and anything like that, but as an on-disc map, it was good for what they set out for the rest of the game. You know, they were saying, this is our first map, it's really ambitious, it might not work, but give us time, we'll give you good DLCs, and then, you know, you go from Transit all the way to Origin, and you can see the kind of progression. You can see them be like, okay, we wanted to try something ambitious, it didn't go very well, but then we improved and we gave you Origins, and you guys loved that so much that we remastered it. But I fully expect a Zombies Chronicles 2. I really hope they do it, because some of my favourite maps were left out. My favourite one being Mob of the Dead, but obviously I'm calling it now, that's going to get remastered no matter what. So there you go, the hype train is official, it's begun for Black Ops 4. Treyarch have kicked it off, pulled it out of the station, and everybody's really excited now. We're really hyped up to get that official announcement, which should be happening soon. Teasers should start dropping pretty soon. Hopefully some zombies. We only got a short snippet last year of the zombie ripping the barrier from the giant cutscene, but I shan't ramble anymore. If you've got any other theories on Black Ops 4, if you've got any other ideas or things that you want to see in Black Ops 4, feel free to drop me a message in the comment section below. If you haven't considered subscribing, or if you're not subscribed, feel free to go to my channel, check out all the discussions I've been talking about. I have a lot of videos on zombies, and if you did like this video, feel free to drop a like, I'd really appreciate it. But other than that, I've been GeneralGerbil, peace out.